So I don't normally do something like this, but this feels a little different to me. This is a special project. I kind of casually dropped online that I'm releasing a new novel, but there's a story behind this particular book that's worth telling. I wrote my very first book longhand with a pencil and a pad of paper in high school. Kind of funny, but I read a lot. I devoured fantasy fiction and J.R.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, many of the greats, and decided to write my own book while in high school. My parents paid my sister to type it in on our Commodore 64. I still have that floppy drive here at my house, and I don't know what to do with it. I've got the file of that original handwritten, transcribed by my sister Commodore 64 floppy. Don't know what to do. But beyond that, in college, I took a creative writing class, and I wrote a short story that after college stuck with me. And I realized that short story was actually the last chapter of a book that needed to be told. I realized the short story was the end, not the beginning. And I started asking, how did we get here? That story that I wrote came to be known as The Withering Tree. And it is being released for the first time after almost 30 years since writing it in December 15th of this year. I finally decided to release it. I've held on to it all these years. I've wondered what to do. In fact, I sent it out to a number of publishers, and they loved it. They loved the writing. They loved the idea, the concept. Rather than your standard rejection letters, I got back 3 or 4 editors. This is now in the 90s. I got back 3 or 4 letters from editors saying, we really love your writing, your style, and your voice, but this is just too edgy. It's too much of a genre bending kind of, literary trip to risk on a first-time author. They asked if I would consider something more contemporary, something more genre-based, something more known. And that's what eventually led to my first book, The God Spot, my second book, The Most Important Little Boy in the World, published by Word Publishing before it was W Publishing, before it was absorbed by Thomas Nelson. It's going all the way back to 99 and 2001, those first 2 books that were published. But The Withering Tree is the book that actually started that journey of writing and got the attention of the editors. I've sat on it all these years. My wife, my late wife, we agreed together that she would work for a year while I filled in the backstory, 24 chapters leading up to the 25th chapter that was the short story I wrote in college. The Withering Tree is, in many respects, the most personal of all my books ever written. I find myself in a number of the characters. Judas ben Hased, the angry, bitter zealot who doesn't understand what God is doing. Hannah, the main protagonist, friends with an angel who's teaching her how to play the harp. And this lonely, haunted girl that is searching on an endless quest for truth, love, and hope. Taken away, captured into a journey to a realm called Mystica, where she encounters the powers of the age, these kind of personifications of principalities and powers that have such compelling ideologies and systems of thought to sway people by the millions. And yet at the end of every one of her journeys, she encounters this young rebel rabbi named Yeshua, who completely answers each of those questions in her heart. There's an interplay of many other characters as Judas seeks revenge on Rome and is searching for God in his own way. And the faithful, mysterious angel Redalion who leads Hannah on this journey. I love this book. I truly love it. And here's the part I normally don't do. I'm asking you to make this a Christmas gift. I've got it right now on pre-order on Amazon for just 99 cents for the Kindle version. I'm really trying to get word out about this book in a way I haven't done with any of my nonfiction or other fiction. But I truly believe the power of this story, born out of some of my own struggles, my own journey, my own search for God, some of my own wrestling with my own darkness, and continuing to believe and wonder where God was when I didn't know where he was, and finding that rebel Rabbi Yeshua in my own life over and over again. I believe this could change your life. I believe it will change your life. It changed mine writing it, and to this day, it holds a power that I don't know how to quite put into words, but I did in the book, The Withering Tree. It's 99 cents for the Kindle version. The print and the Kindle version both come out. They release December 15th. You know, the way Amazon works, their algorithms and everything else. How many books sell in the first few days, first week or two, and how many reviews start coming in. I am asking you, go click the 99 cent button and pre-order it. Get the print version if you're so inspired. Be ready to write a review. Be ready to talk to others. Help me get the word out. I truly believe this book has the power to give the seeker and the searcher hope. And it is a dear part of my own personal story, 25 years in the making. The Withering Tree. You can go and download a free preview of the first 20 chapters at thewitheringtree.com. Thewitheringtree.com. I hope you'll go and get it one way or the other. Leave a review, pre-order, and let me know what you think, because the secret of the Withering Tree is for everyone.